Girl, what's going on? Make sure everybody's logged on. I just wanted to come on because you know what? We haven't been having our good tea, and my bad, y'all. My mornings were kind of busy, and here we are now. Shout out to this selfie light I just got off of Amazon.com. I'm gonna just tell y'all really quickly. I don't know how something got on it already. Jesus Christ. This is the cutest selfie light ever. Sorry, fellas. Just really quickly, if you're doing live streams, hey guys, I know y'all like, what? I know, my bad. Your girl need a break too, you know what I'm saying? So listen, I love this selfie light. I just got off Amazon for $5 and it literally gets so bright and it lights your face up. It's really cool. So you may want to put this on your phone. Random intro, but I just wanted to tell you guys that this is amazing. Hey guys, I love when y'all call me sister. What's up? Y'all know I'm your sister, your homegirl, your BFF on YouTube or Facebook. This is a fill light. I got it from Amazon, y'all. This was like $5 and it's so cute. And you stick it on your phone and then you like talk and the light lights you up. Anywho, hey guys, what's up Joanne? What's up Keish? What's up Nina? Bridget, LaRonda, Kenya, Deanna, what up? DJ, what's up boo? Jessica, Queen, what's going on? All the kids, a couple Kenyans on here today. So listen, let's talk about the good tea, okay? Because a lot has been going on. We're not going to talk about the messy tea. We're going to talk about the good tea. I'm Lakeisha Michelle. I love sharing with you guys what inspires me spiritually. Okay, I love sharing everything with y'all. How about that? But this is the segment where we actually talk about something positive. We talk about our spirits. We talk about our minds because guess what? We are spirits walking around in a dirtbag body, okay? So we're just working on being better versions of ourselves. I love how excited you guys are to get into it. So I love the Jesus Calling app. And yes, I'm still doing the prayer of Jabez. When I woke up this morning, I did my prayer of Jabez. So if you're not praying the prayer of Jabez, 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 9 and 10, it's amazing. It says, Lord, that you would bless me indeed. Hey, Tamika. It says, oh God, that you would bless me indeed, enlarge my territory. We're talking to God. It's a story. It's 2 scriptures. It's a cute story. It's like a whole bunch of people in the family was mentioned, and then they got to this one particular person. His name was Jabez. His name meant pain, and he was like, I don't think I want to deal with this for the rest of my life. I don't want to be labeled pain for the rest of my life. Some of you guys have been watching this, and you're going, I don't think that I want to be like my family wanted to see me. They want to see me this person named pain. They want to keep me labeled like that, but I want something different. So what he did, because he wanted something different, was look up, cried out to God, right? So and listen, God is not tangible, right? You can't touch God, right? But he cried out to God. He poured his heart. He believed that he would receive what he asked for. And he said, God, if you keep your hand on me, listen, just keep your hand on me the entire time. So it's definitely a story about trusting God, wanting something more, being willing to be uncomfortable, being willing to be different from your family members, being willing not to accept what was placed on you because someone placed the word pain on him. So he said, no, I don't want to accept that. And so he prayed and things changed and God granted his request. So definitely a prayer that we should model, I believe, on a day-to-day basis. Now listen, you guys know I love the Jesus Calling app. The Jesus Calling app, it's amazing. It's on your iPad. It's on your iPhone. I'm an Apple girl. So, I guess Androids have it. Shade to the Androids. Amen. Yes. Hello, Cheryl. Oh, no. Restarting your computer in 50 seconds. That's not good. Install tonight. Yeah, don't try to do that now. Hello. My computer's about to shut down. So, anyway, today is March 5th and we are almost into, I guess, springtime. What is happening? So listen, I love the scripture for today. Let me tell y'all what happened. Let me tell y'all why I love the scripture for today. So yesterday I had a wonderful day with my mother. Picked her up at like 8:30 in the morning and we hung out until I think 8:30 at night, right? And so probably later. Yeah, I think it was 8:30. No, yep, it was later than that. And so we did everything. We went to go visit her sister, my aunt. And we watched movies and we like kicked it. We had breakfast, we had lunch. We were just having a wonderful time. And so, come on, spring, right? We had a wonderful time. And so we went to this restaurant for the brunch portion of the day. And then we went on about our business. I came home and I did her hair. And then my girlfriend's daughter wanted her hair done. So I did her hair. I don't know how I ended up doing hair like that. But we just had a grand time. We watched The Notebook. Oh, if you ever watched The Notebook. And so we were having a great time. you know, with everybody in the house, and it was just conversation. And so right when it's time to take my mother back home, I get in the car and I'm like, oh, I don't have my purse. And so I'm like, it's upstairs, whatever. So I'm looking for my purse, walking around the house. I'm like, my purse, where's my purse? Now my purse has my ID, my business cards, my personal cards, and it has my mother's cards as well. So my dad gives me like my mom's medical cards. My mom has dementia. And so, you know, you gotta be, I got lipstick issues. You gotta be ready, you know, in case something were to happen. I need to have my mother's identification. So I had my mother's identification as well in my purse. And so that was really the only reason I panicked, is because my mom's information was in there. Because at the end of the day, you know, I love Bank of America. People tell me I don't like them, but I love them because if you call them, they shut it down on sight. Shut it down on sight. That's right. Bank of America be doing all that. Okay, so, but I have to get to the moral of the story. Top's trying to like tell my story. Anyway, so I thought I lost my purse, right? So I'm walking around the house and I'm like, what's happening? I cannot believe I lost my purse. My mother's identification is in there. Her Medicare card is in there. All her stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I was like, don't panic. And so I was like, nope, I'm not panicking. Like instantly, I corrected myself in that moment. Because I was like, first of all, my mommy doesn't need to feel the energy. My mommy has dementia. So I don't want my mommy feeling nervous. And in the evenings, people with dementia actually kind of have like, they start to get, because there's no scientific reason, but watching my other two grandmothers who had dementia too, in the nighttime, it's called sundown syndrome. They kind of like lose their orientation. And so I didn't want my mom to get nervous. And so I was like, it's okay, mommy, let's just go. So we take my mommy to the house. Well, we go by the restaurant because I was like, I had to leave it in the restaurant. So I go by the restaurant and they were like, nope, no purse here. And I was like, like what? I looked all over the house and I just kept hearing, all things are working out for my good. I literally trained. I was very proud of myself yesterday because the entire time I was like, slight panicking. I wasn't, like, because I just kept saying everything's gonna work out for my good, everything's gonna work out for my good, you know. And then I looked for gratitude reasons. I was like, I'm so glad that you know, there's not a lot of stuff in my purse that, like, I hadn't changed my ID from California, so they can't use my debit cards because the zip code is wrong on my ID, because, you know, you can use people debit cards as credit. So I was like, okay, they can't do that. So I just went on Bank of America app, shut it down, locked my cards. And so then I was just like, man, I was just disappointed because my mother's information was in there. And I was like, well, at the end of the day, we can always get new cards. So then I just kept talking myself through the problem. Now, follow me. There's a point for this. There's a point for this. So we get our way to my dad's house and drop my mom off. And we start talking about we're going to call the police and report the purse stolen, you know, and make sure everything was shut down so nobody can do any fraudulent activities. And then we get back to the crib and my purse is here. And I was like, of course it's here. Because I think the lesson that I needed to get was, I think it was just a test. Like, really, I really think that was just a test for me to see where I was and the whole mindset thing. Because, you know, you just realize that you just don't have to melt down. Like, you don't have to have meltdowns. There will always be something that comes up because that's the way life works. Like, because you're spiritual doesn't mean that you're not going to experience any problems or any issues. Things are going to just come up, and that's just the way that it is. But it's all about how we deal with the things that come up. Okay, so normally if you lose something, especially like your purse, you're having a meltdown. Like when people talking to you, like, shut up, I'm trying to find a purse. You stressed out, you know, and all of this other stuff. And it was like, I was like calm, and I was like, it's okay. Everything's working out for my good. Something's good is gonna happen from this. Like, you know what? This is great. I'm going to spend no money this week. I was like, I looked for all the reasons why. I was like, because let me tell you, your girl wake up and spend hundreds of dollars a day. I'd be like, oh my God. So I was like, this is an excellent moment to do some Dave Ramsey. I was literally trying to find every positive thing that could come out of this. I was like, okay, I can shut off all my cards. What'll happen when I shut my cards off is I will find any little sneaky subscription I forgot about because it's going to bounce, right? Like, for real, I was like, if I change my cards and shut them all down, no payments are going to go through, which is completely fine because I can call who I need to call. So I was just finding all these ways to look at the problem from a positive perspective. And I want to ask you guys, have you been practicing ways to look at your problems or the things that frustrate you from a positive perspective. I have been practicing that, and I will tell you, I'm spitting, say it, don't spray it. I will tell you guys that it's worked very, very, very well. I noticed that in situations that normally stress me, I'm just going, I just chill. And it's not that I'm faking or not feeling anything. I recognize if I'm getting angry or frustrated, and then I just woosah. And I'm like, okay. Because I have to go, what is it? So here's the formula. I'm gonna write this down. I want you guys to write this down, okay? Sorry, I'm pointing at y'all. I want you guys to write this down because I really believe that it's helped me so much in the last month, I've been in a different type of peace, you know, and I know it's from all this spiritual stuff that I'm sharing with you guys on Good Tea, because here's the deal. You have to practice it. Practice, practice, practice. It's one thing to be preaching all this stuff, but you have to practice, okay? Implementation is where people fail because people don't start. The hardest part is typically starting. You realize that actually it's not as hard as I think. Great job handling it. I didn't get the house, but that's the exact frame of mind. I kept it. Yes, I'm proud, because here's the deal. When you lose something, you have to know and trust that the equivalent or something better will come back to return. Okay, so when you lose something, so for example, I thought I lost my purse. I had a lot of thoughts that came to my mind to help me cope with not getting the outcome that I wanted. So I literally said, well, for the last week, 2 weeks actually, I've been saying I want to buy a Chanel bag or something, right? And so I was like, I really want to invest in a really nice bag because I move around a lot. So some types of bags that I keep buying new bags because I need to get something of better quality and I want to spoil myself, whatever. So I was like, well, maybe it's time for me to get the bag, you know? And I just kept changing, and I just had to find ways to make this thing that frustrated me because I didn't have an ID. I thought someone stole my purse. And so it's like, oh my God, they have my information. Oh, I start Googling what could people do with like your debit card, like so that I can make sure that I'm covered in all aspects. And I'm like, my mom's information is here. I don't want someone to use my mom's medical information. Oh my God, I was just panicking. And not really, because I caught myself, but these are the thoughts that were coming up. And I didn't have a meltdown because I was like, boom, nope, boom, nope, like, nope, nope, nope. My dad has extra copies of my mom's IDs and medical stuff, so that's taken care of. Bank of America, you can get a new card like this. You can shut the other cards like this. If someone does fraudulent stuff, Michelle, all you have to do is Bank of America will give you your money back. Boom. So, I mean, like, what do you have to worry about? Your ID from California, you ain't changed your address in 4 years. I moved 3 times and still got the same old address. So that's not even correct information on your ID. So I was like, you're going to be fine. The purse, it wasn't expensive. Like, who cares? It's a purse. You can replace it. So everything is fine. I was like, everything is fine. And so it was funny because Top ended up being more mad about it because he was like, I'm going to get who stole your purse from you. So him and my dad were talking about how they going to call the cops and they going to get whoever has done this to me. And then when we got home, my purse was at home. So my dad was like my daddy was, he was telling Top, better make sure you handle that. Call them cops, son. And Top was like, got you, sir. We're going to take care of her. Wakanda forever. It was like, it was going down. So I was like, I'm chilling. So I'm in the car riding home. I'm like, it's okay. I don't need any debit cards. I don't need any money. Like, I was like, I'm okay. Like, I was mad that somebody stole from me. Now, if y'all just joining in, nobody actually stole, but this is what I thought. Hey, Tyrone. So I thought someone stole from me. So, you know, I was going through all the process. The point of this is, guys, here's the tips that you have to do. First thing I did to calm myself down is like literally take a deep breath and just go. Don't put your emotions in it, Michelle. Literally, what happened? Like, just try to keep the facts as the facts. Because let me tell y'all about Top Sansom. Top loves to go into what type of person stole my purse. Top was like, I bet I know what they look like. I'm like, how do you know this? You don't even know. Yep, I know who did it because you left it. So Top was like, Top, every time something happens, anytime we're talking, he gives you this extra descriptive, and I just look at him and go, where did you get all this information from? So I was trying not to go down the rabbit hole with him because he was already saying that He knew who stole the purse, how they stole it, what they looked like. I was like, oh my God. So I'm like, whew, step number one, guys, write this down. When something happens, for example, even with taking care of my mother, you know what I'm saying? Like my daddy is a sole caregiver, but when my mom is with me, I have to remember that she's different now. And so instead of having a meltdown every time she does something different because of the dementia, I'm learning to just like, you know, find a rhythm with things that she does and habits that she picks up. And so instead of the reason why I don't get so emotional like I used to is because I just go, whoop, stop. What is actually happening? You know, and what are the facts? The fact was last night, at the time, here's the funny part. It wasn't even a real fact. But at the time, the fact was I lost my purse. I left my purse at the restaurant. That was the original fact. So then when we called the restaurant and they said that it wasn't there, then the new fact, these are all not real facts, but that's what I thought. I thought someone stole my purse. And so that was the fact. And so the point of this video is, in a moment of a problem, you have to look at your facts, your current facts. Although those were really fake because I left my purse, I put it behind the TV. Because there was a lot of people here, so I set my purse down so it was hiding behind the TV. So, moral of the story is, here's my steps, guys. And I realized I've done this in traumatic situations. I remember when I was in an abusive situation, the last fight that I had with the abusive guy that I was dating, and I wouldn't even date him at the time. He just crazy, popped up at my house, right? And he was like, I'm gonna be with you or no one will. And he was like serious, like for real. It was like a movie. And I was like, oh my God, this is real life. Something's bad. This is gonna go really, really bad. And in the middle of him like whacking me across the head with a pan and all this crazy stuff, like literally, I had to freeze the room. In my mind, it's almost like I freeze everything around me. And I just think to myself, what is actually happening here? Okay? Facts, guys. That will help you through traumatic situations. Facts. So the fact at that moment in the abusive situation, I was like, I need to call the police. And then it's like instantly I looked on the floor and I had a phone. And my mom, I love my mommy. My mommy was like, you need to have a phone. And I was like, I have a cell phone. And she was like, you need a landline because you live by yourself. And so I was like, okay. So it's funny because in that moment, all this chaos and abuse is happening. And he's running around and I'm looking on the floor and I see that phone that my mommy told me I needed. And so it was on the floor and I literally kicked it over and hit 911 with my toe. Sounds dramatic, but that's what happened. I'm running and I hit 911 and kept running. So the phone, so when everything was over, obviously I made it through. I'm perfectly fine. Don't feel sorry for me. The story ends very well. So when I made it through, I remember the police saying, we hear the whole thing, because he tried to say that something was different. And they were like, we heard the whole thing, because he was running around saying, I'm going to kill you. So they heard it, right? And thank God I hit the phone 911. And not only that, the neighbors called 911. But understanding what the point is, in the middle of chaos, and I think I developed this being in chaotic situations so many times in my life, you have to stop and go, what's happening? Because if you're emotional, if I had been a real girly girl, oh my God, I'm getting abused. Like I would have just been knocked out, okay? In somebody's trunk. I had to be a gangster, okay? I had to be like, pause, what's going on? 911, and I'm about to throw some punches, okay? Your girl was not going out like that. So that's really what happened. What? Seriously, you have to think like, you can't be worried, can't be emotional. And I did learn that from my daddy. My daddy's a sergeant. He's like, keep your feelings off your sleeve because they mess up what's really happening. And in problem times, you have to pay attention to what's actually happening. So the reason why I thought it was funny yesterday, back to the purse, follow me if you knew, I skip stories a lot. So the reason why yesterday was funny was because when I got home and I found my purse that I thought was stolen, I was very proud of the fact that all I kept saying was all things are working out for my good. No matter what's happening, everything is working out for my good. And so, I wish you guys could see Top. Because he's walking around here in his pajamas being dramatic. Top found the purse. He wants an award because he found the purse behind the TV. So when I got home, I was like, man, I'm so proud of myself. I instantly looked at the fact I lost my purse. I didn't want to blame anyone. I didn't want to say anything other than I lost my purse. I should have been paying attention. I wasn't even blaming myself though. It was like, what is, the purse ain't here. What do you need to do next to make sure that this situation, you know, to help this get better? Well, I immediately went to Bank of America and locked my card. Funny thing is, intuitively, something told me don't report it stolen. Because you can report it stolen or you can lose the card. And so, or you can lock the card. So intuitively, I heard to lock the card. I said, perfect, because no one can use the card if it's locked. Boom, got that done. 3, I was like, what else was in the purse that is valuable? My mother's information. Well, my daddy has copies of everything. Okay, cool. My daddy may be frustrated, but more than likely he's gonna be okay, right? So now that's taken care of. Now the purse is still missing, but now we've actually brought the stress level down. I'm not worried about somebody charging my bank account. I'm not worried about somebody finding my ID because it has the wrong address anyway, right? So I'm really okay. Let me tell you how my mind worked. I went into the restaurant. I thought my purse was at the restaurant. And I remember I said, the boy was looking at me funny. He probably seen my ID and was like, yeah, that's her. Y'all, we are human. So you have to have these steps that you take. So I'm telling y'all, always look at what is. So for example, Jessica, I love that you're sharing about the house. Jessica wanted a house. What is very true for her and you and I is whatever is ours is already ours. Nobody can take what's to you. Nobody can take what's for you. So for me with the purse, it's like, obviously a better one is on the way. That's the mentality that I took. And so I really was very proud of the calmness. And so it's not anything other to say than you've got to practice that. Because, and that's just a minor situation. The abuse was a major situation. So in between both of those, guys, you got to understand, like when my mother is doing something that hurts, like it just hurts to see her that way. I can't be in my emotion because it doesn't serve her. For example, or if my mom has dementia, when she repeats herself, I can't get mad because she's repeating herself. She doesn't know that she's repeating herself. You know, every time is a new time. So what's the system that allows me to not have the emotional stuff so that I can serve her better? You know, you have to look at what is, because we're so busy painting these stories and pictures. And so, for example, if you had an abusive relationship, some of you guys are living through the abuse every single day. Some of you guys have nightmares. I used to have nightmares. I used to think somebody was following me. I used to be scared to walk into the house by myself because I thought that, you know, it was just replay. I had it playing in my head, the video of the situation was playing in my head. And then I had to start checking myself. What is happening actually now? Actually, you walked in your house and no one's in there. Actually, you know, you're not in an abusive relationship anymore. Actually, the person who said you was stupid was wrong. Actually, so put your what is situation in front of you so that you can focus on that. And don't make something a bigger story than what it was. Because, honey, whoever we thought stole my purse, we figured out who they were, why they stole it, when they stole it. I seen the busboy looking at me. All of this stuff was happening, and it was fake. It's called being emotional. So we cannot afford to do that. Not in 2018, because you got to be able to think. It's like that rule when we were kids. My mom said, if I tell you to not cross that street, I don't want to repeat myself. Some people got to talk to their kids 20 times. If my daddy said stop doing that, we had to stop. Why? And the lesson was, I could be trying to save your life. And I'm like, wow, it's such a good lesson. If you've let your child just rip and run, rip and run, rip and run, when you say stop, in the moment where the car is coming, they don't stop because you didn't train them. Everything takes training. And so in order for you not to have panic attacks, stress attacks, meltdowns, because we still have all of that, like a little toddler, we have to actually look at what is. Okay, guys? And a lot of times it helps you write it down on paper. And so I want to encourage you guys today. The good tea for the day. It's funny. Here's why I love Jesus Calling. Today I read Jesus Calling app, and let me tell you what it said. Make friends with the problems in your life. I said, oh, I had to sit up straight for this one. I woke up, my eyes was blurry, and that's what I saw. I said, oh my, speaking to my spirit this morning at 6 a.m. Make friends with the problems in your life. Thank you, honey. Make friends with the problems in your life. Though many things feel random and wrong. So some of you guys, things are just like, what you're like, what the heck is going on here? It's a little too much. Jesus, I can't take no more. But I'm going to tell you can, because God won't give you anything that you can't bear. And I'm going to tell you this too. Well, I ain't going to go there. Top say I'm too much of history fanatic right now. So listen, though many things feel random and wrong, remember that I'm sovereign over everything. Remember that God knows best. Remember that everything happens for a reason and all things are working out for your good. So in the midst of that problem yesterday, I held on to the fact that everything works out for my good, even when it doesn't seem like it should. That should be a song. Everything works out for my good, even when it doesn't seem like it should. That's good, okay? So every problem can teach you something. So for me, funny thing is, even the smallest detail, I was like, I don't carry those kind of purses well. And so I was like, the lesson in that was, don't buy those kind of purses, girl. They're cute for everybody, but you don't carry those well. One of them little cute clutches, I always lose them. I end up throwing it into a big bag. Those are not my kind of purses. And so there's always a lesson in a problem, even though it might result in you losing your entire debit card and ID so you can't fly, because that's what I thought, right? So the very same problem can become, every problem can teach you something, transforming you little by little into a masterpiece, In the comments right now, let me see you guys type, I am a masterpiece. I'm gonna pause and wait for that because y'all need to type that down there because that's some good stuff right there. I am a masterpiece. I am a masterpiece. Oh, that's beautiful. I am a masterpiece. I am a masterpiece. I am a masterpiece. I love that. Listen, every problem can teach you something, transforming you little by little into the masterpiece that you are. It's already done. God doesn't make something and then you gotta try to figure it out. It's done. It's all inside of you. So the more you discover you, the more you can actually work through your stuff. Stop playing these other things that happen to you as a movie in your head and look at the facts of what is and move forward based on the facts and not emotions. You will get closer to putting the pieces together to make this beautiful symphony, this beautiful masterpiece that you and I are. And so it is our job. It is our job to do this work, period, right? When you point to see, yeah, I love it. Hey guys, what's up, Patrick? What's up, Desiree? What's up, guys? There's no time to worry about the small stuff. Good thing your daddy has copies of everything. I had to scan copies of my mom med. Yep. Hey, Annette. Margaret said he had your back. Right. Top and my daddy was like, when I see who did this, y'all should have seen Top. He was like, I need to look at the footage from the restaurant because if y'all not going to go after him, we going out. I was like, all because I thought I lost my purse. And I didn't lose my purse, just in case you're wondering. I thought I lost my purse, but I didn't lose my purse. But I didn't know I didn't lose my purse until 3 hours later. So it was a whole meltdown. Isn't it the way it happens? Whenever I stress about not being able to find my debit card, my daughter says, Mom, hand me your purse. She finds it every time. Yep. Calm me down. Exactly, Lori. Margaret says, yes, what are the facts? Yes, that's it. What are the facts? Even when I was in the hospital, you gotta think about that, Margaret. When I was in the hospital and they were telling me all that stuff, I was like, what are the facts? Let me get the facts because I'm not finna be worried about what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? They can give me their hypothesis, okay? Whatever the educated guess is. But what I do know is no weapon formed against me shall prosper. What I do know is food can heal you and it's fuel. What I do know is that I'm a warrior and I'm not going out like that. That's what I know. Those were the facts. And that's what I held on to when I was laying on the hospital bed, okay? Take pictures of her essential info and keep it on your phone. Yep, I have. Ditto, Lori. Yes, good thinking, Lori. Yep. Facts will help me through any traumatic situation. I'm telling you, my dude is tripping on my blood mama. Why is he listening to this live? Cheryl. All things working out for my good. Yes. LOL, I love you at Top. We love you too, Margaret. Life lessons will teach you. Exactly. So listen, guys, no wonder I love you. My dad was the exact same way. Exactly. It is amazing what God gives you in the time of need. You're usually stronger than you think. Exactly. Make friends with the problem in your life. All things. Yes. Write that down. I feel a hit song coming for you. Thank you, Lori. I cannot wait to hug you, Lori. Oh, my God, I cannot wait. Give everything you can, hold nothing back, and see the walls self-create. Come on, Keith. Teach, Keith. I'm a masterpiece. Jessica says, I'm a masterpiece. Pamela says, I'm a masterpiece. Margaret says, I'm a masterpiece. Leah, Nalula, Lori, Annette. I love it. Okay, YouTube is lit. Erica, Crown, Nina, Orel, Tamika. Let's see, Keisha. I love it. So listen, guys, we are masterpieces, and it is our job to keep carving out, right? all of the stuff that no longer serves us. Think about a beautiful sculpture. A sculpture is a masterpiece. Sulan, I love you. So listen, you carve out the stuff that no longer serves you. You get to do that every single day. And so yesterday was a big lesson for me to just realize how true and it was showing me how far I come, you know, as far as my mind power. And then just to rest and sure and trust that there's always a plan. I really felt better than I'd ever felt about stressing about something, right? And so this Jesus Calling was right on time. I thought that it was very appropriate that, of course, I read it this morning, and it was perfect for what happened the night before. It says, the very same problem can become a stumbling block over which you fall if you react with distrust and defiance. So if you react with distrust and defiance, all right, so the choice is up to you, it says, and you will have to choose many times each day whether to trust me or defy me. So God says, I gave you choice, and every day you got to choose me. Every day you got to choose my mindset. Every day you got to choose my response. Every day you have to choose my thoughts. Every day you have to choose my fill in the blank. Every day we have choice, and that's the message of the day, guys, is making sure that you remember that all things work out for your good, right? And then making sure that every day you choose. Every day, every hour. I'm a masterpiece. I've been away for some time. I missed you, girl. Look at you looking beautiful with your hair all grown. Thanks. Hi, Paris. What's going on, Mama? She's in Kenya. So listen, warrior with nails popping. Right. Ready to throw down. So guys, check out the scripture. Romans 8:28. It says, we are sure to know that God being a partner in their labor, all things work together and are fitting into a plan for good to and for those who love God and are called according to his design and purpose. So it's basically the scriptorial backup for the phrase, all things are working out for my good. It's one of my favorite phrases. So no matter what happens, that's kind of like my stress relief statement. And I begin to really feel the trust in my heart and my gut. And I know it's not just something I'm saying. I'm excited. I'm starting to expect the good in the middle of chaos. And I know it's going to work out. And you have the power to do the same. So I encourage you guys to do that. And I'm going to be outie. And I love you guys. I'm Lakeisha Michelle. Thank you so much for hanging out. We having some good tea this morning. Getting the word. Watch the replay. What's up to all my replay viewers? And if you want to get on my mailing list to get inspiration, I've been sending out some journals lately that everybody's been loving. So if you're not on the mailing list, go to www.theceostylist.com. Now, only join if you're looking for mindset and business tips, okay? Mindset and business tips. theceostylist.com. Go to the website. It's going to tell you, give me the email address. That's it. That's all. And I'm sending you good stuff throughout the week. Romans 8:28, exactly. I'm choosing God's way every day. All things work out for my good, period. And it's working out. Everything that happens, it's like, this is working out for my good. There's something amazing is going to come out of this. I just started thinking, what I was thinking was, well, a Chanel bag could come out of this. I was waiting for a new purse. This could be the moment. This could be the opportunity, right? And I just trust and know that the equivalent or something better is going to come back to me. So, for example, Jessica, the equivalent house or something better is already done. It's already yours. And that's what you hold on to. Thank you so much, Lori, for putting that in the comments. I'm going to pin it to the top. Boom. You follow me. I love you guys. Holla back.